Okay. Aloha. I am Dr. Ty Dennis, and welcome to Human Embryology, Biology 373. So right now I'm sitting at my office, which is where most of the Zoom meetings are just going to be at the end of my workday. This is my regular job. I'm not actually a teacher by profession. I'm a chiropractor by profession. I just do this class thing for fun, or at least it used to be fun before it was all online, thanks to COVID-19. Anyway, yeah, so we're actually in my office right now. And I just wanted to do a little brief intro video to help you guys, I guess, give you guys a little, breakdown of what the class is going to entail. So the first thing that you need to know is the whole secret of doing well in this class is just knowing the material. We're going to have weekly quizzes, and those weekly quizzes will be 50% of your grade. I try not to make them hard. So my goal with this class, it is a college level class, and I have to make it a college level class in the biology department. So there's a certain level of difficulty that I kind of have to make it worth your time. And the school kind of makes me maintain a certain level of difficulty. But my goal isn't for this to be the hardest class that you take this semester. I feel like the material is fascinating, super interesting. The reason I chose to teach this class is because when I was in college, I didn't get to it until graduate school, but embryology was like the most fascinating class I took. It was the most wow, I couldn't wait to go every day, amazing class that I think I ever took in college. I loved it. It was so amazing. Every day it was just like jaw-dropping, holy cow stuff that I was learning. And I actually found that it is incredibly applicable to my job as a doctor, especially as a chiropractor, as a guy who works with the body. There's so much about how the body acts that seemed really strange until I learned how the body developed. And once I learned how the body developed, all of a sudden, a lot of that stuff made a lot more sense. So yeah, whatever profession you're going into, if it's chiropractic, medical, physical therapy, acupuncture, massage therapy, whatever you choose to do, if you're planning to work with human beings, this is a great class to take. So like I was saying, there's going to be a quiz every week. I'll kind of let the class as a whole decide when those quizzes are going to be given. I prefer they be on the same day every week, but you guys can decide when in the week you want them. Previous classes have always preferred to have them earlier in the week so that they have the weekend to study. And that's up to you. Just chime in on the emails and let me know what you guys prefer, and whatever it looks like most of you want, that's what we'll go with. There's going to be one midterm and a final. Each of them will be worth 25% of your grade. And most of the lectures are going to be online format. It'll be basically really boring PowerPoint presentation, listening to my voice talking while you watch PowerPoint. So good luck with that. I used to teach the class in person, and I thought that was great because I got asked lots of really intelligent questions, not all of which I could answer, which I love even more. I love it when my students stump me. So in order to keep a little bit of that going, we're going to have also a Zoom meeting, a class Zoom meeting that'll be held every week on Thursday at 5 o'clock. These meetings are not mandatory. They're not allowed to be mandatory. The school won't let me do that. And that's fine, but it'll really be to your benefit to come to those Zoom meetings, because during those meetings, we're going to hold a review for the upcoming quiz and or exam. And as my students from past classes will tell you, I give a really excellent review, so it's worth your time to come. Also, during this Zoom meeting, I will be available to answer questions that you have about the lecture material. And as like I said, I love to be stumped. So ask me a question that I don't know the answer to, and I love that. And in fact, I will often offer extra credit to students who are willing to go out and find that answer for me, because as much as I love being stumped, I'm also kind of lazy. At any rate, also, for those of you that feel like you need extra credit, There are going to be a few chapters of the book that we will not cover. We won't get around to it. And during the last week of class, rather than having lectures, I'm going to allow you guys the opportunity to lecture me. So I'll have anybody that's interested in a significant amount of extra credit, I'll give you the opportunity to put together a PowerPoint lecture, short one, 10 minutes, on one of the chapters that we didn't cover. If you're willing, I'd be happy to present that to the rest of the class, but for your effort, you'll be rewarded. Now, I am gonna, because there's only a handful of chapters that we're not covering, so I'm gonna prefer to offer those to students that don't already have an A. So sorry for you overachievers, you're just gonna have to try to stump me with questions I can't answer and then go find the answers. Anyway, so that's about the gist of that. And again, like I said, I'm not out here trying to ruin anyone's GPA. I don't want this to be a weed out class. I don't want it to be the hardest class you take this semester. That's not the point of this class. The point of this class is to teach you really cool stuff that I hope you'll find as fascinating as I found it. And then, at the same time, make it a college level class. It's difficult enough to be a college level class. If any of you have any questions for me, you can feel free to email me or text message me. If I'm being honest, email is not the best way to get a hold of me. I usually check it every day, but sometimes on the weekends I forget. Much more efficient if you just text message me. My phone number and my email address are on the syllabus, and you can get that from Canvas. All of the videos are going to be on my YouTube channel, and I will have a link to that posted, and a link to each video hopefully posted in Canvas under assignments. I'm going to ask you to kind of bear with me because this is the first time I've ever taught a class online, so it's going to probably be a little rough and bumpy for me as well as for you guys. You are my guinea pig class, so sorry about that. But, I'll make concessions for that. We'll do the best we can to make this a positive experience for everybody. Please do read the syllabus. A few things I want to go over with you. First one is, if you know you're going to miss a quiz or a test, for example, if you are pregnant and you are due to deliver a baby around that time, or if your spouse is pregnant and due to deliver a baby around that time, let me know ahead of time. And then if you miss the quiz, we'll be able to figure something out, or else I'll be able to give you the quiz ahead of time. If you have to travel for another class, that's the same thing. Now, if you don't have a really, 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 truly compelling excuse to miss it, I'm not going to let you make it up. We'll just get that out right now. I don't give makeups just because traveling is not a good reason to make up a quiz or a test. I wanted to, there's a lot of excuses I've been given. There's only a few excuses that I'm really allowed to accept. I've had people try to tell me, well, I had a court date. Well, if you have a court date, that's coming ahead of time. So let me know ahead of time and we'll give you the quiz ahead of time. It isn't fair for me to give you an unfair advantage because you missed a quiz and let you take it later than everybody else took it. So yeah, generally speaking, if you're able to let me know ahead of time and it is a very compelling excuse, I'll let you take the quiz before everybody else takes it, not after. And if it's not a really compelling excuse, well, it's just one quiz. And, there's going to be something like 13 or 14 quizzes, and they're 50% of your grade. So really missing one quiz isn't going to make or break your grade. I think that's really about it. If you're interested, a little bit about myself. I am, like I said, a chiropractor by profession. For fun, I like to surf, kite surf, stand-up paddleboard, kayak, spear, anything in the water pretty much. I love doing it. I love playing beach volleyball. I am an avid Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner. I'm also involved with karate with my kids, and pretty much try really hard to stay active and busy, and I'm a very physically oriented guy. So being a chiropractor actually suits me a lot better, I think, than most other healthcare professions because it's hard work. It's like manual labor, especially when you get the very large, 6'9", 4-foot wide shouldered Tongan guys that come in here and the Samoans too. It's a very physical, active job, and I like it. I do about three. I checked at one time on my Apple Watch. I do about 3 miles worth of laps around my table every day. It's a pretty fun job, and I have to say, being a chiropractor, if you like people, is the best healthcare job there is, because you see more of your people and you have a chance to more of your patients, and you get to talk to them and you become friends with your patients, and it's very much a job of instant gratification. People come in feeling not so good usually, and they're excited to see me, and they walk out of my office feeling better than they came in, and a lot of times it's a lot better than how they walked in. And all day long, that's what my job is. People come in the door and high five me and tell me how excited they are to see me, and then they leave here smiling and feeling better and telling me how awesome I am. And that's not just for me. It's not like I'm an exceptional chiropractor. I like to think I am, but even like a really bad chiropractor, that's his day-to-day life. Everybody comes in and tells you how awesome you are and leaves feeling amazing. So, if you like instant gratification, there's my plug for chiropractic as a field. At any rate, yeah, I think oh gosh, I almost forgot about the very most important part of my life. The very most important part of my life is my wife and my 7 children. Yes, you heard that right. I have 7 children. I know most people around here aren't too impressed by that, but for those of you that come from the mainland, you might be a little impressed. But yeah, mostly everybody's like, oh, you have 7 children. You're so amazing. It's not me that's amazing, folks. It is my wife. My wife is the one that is amazing. I get to go to work and deal with adults all day. She stays home and deals with 7 little monsters who are just like their father all day long. So she is my hero. Yeah, 7 kids. Also within the chiropractic field, I specialize in sports chiropractic, which goes right along with pediatric chiropractic and prenatal care. So I treat a lot of pregnant women, and I love treating pregnant women. They're my second favorite patients right after the little kids. I love treating little kids. And being a pediatric chiropractor, you end up treating an awful lot of sports injuries, especially around here. So all of those 3 things go hand in hand, and those are what I specialize in. My youngest patient, I think, was 2 minutes old, just barely born. That was my son, who was born in our living room. My oldest patient was 93 so far. I don't know, what else can I tell you? It's a pretty fun job. And for that matter, teaching you guys is a pretty fun job too. I'm not sure how it's going to go with this whole online thing. But anyway, here, let me take you for a real quick tour of my office. Let me flip this screen around and see if I can figure out how to do this on. Oh, there it is. Ta-da! So here's my front office area. And you come back through here, and this is where all the magic happens. This is my treatment room. The skeleton in the corner, his name is Harry. The spine in the corner, his name is Slim. You see down there on the floor, those are my work shoes, because living in Hawaii is absolutely awesome. And that's really about all there is to see. I do about 3 miles worth of laps all day long around that table. And yeah, whenever I'm not home or surfing, I'm usually here. I can't think of anything else that I need to put in this video. So again, if you have any questions about the class or anything else, please feel free to just shoot me a text message. If you want to, go ahead and email me. I will get back to you. Like I said, I check it most days. I almost every day check my email. But by far the fastest way to get in touch with me is to text me. And yeah, good luck to you. And I look forward to meeting you at our first Zoom meeting. Have a great day. Aloha.